Hello, everyone. In this collective reading, I can pick onto the energy of someone, like a collective of people who are doing inner work, but they're also working on the relationships, the romantic connection. And here I can see that there is someone in your life. However, something is going on, a situation is going on. For some of you, it could be a situationship, but there is a very strong, intense relationship, also like a dynamic is going on. It's very romantic, but you don't want to invest into it emotionally, or you don't want to invest into it the way you have invested in the past in all other relationships that did not work out. It could be possible that you did a lot of inner work all this while. It could be possible that you waited for some time, like some time as in you've not committed to anyone as such for a while, but now you feel like there is something going on here. Or maybe it's like a situationship which is very long term. So there's a short term situationship and there's a long term situationship, or it could be purely a brand new relationship where someone asked you out and you like that person, but very early on in the relationship or the situationship, or maybe as you want to commit, every time you try to commit, something pops up and you feel that this person needs to fulfill their promises, they need to fulfill their word, they need to follow up properly in this commitment that you have with them. So, what happened is that when this person came into your life, they said certain things to you that I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you. And whatever they said to you, it sounded really beautiful. It sounded like the stuff that you've always wanted to hear. They presented themselves as really the best person, okay? And you believed them. You wanted to believe this person because they came in with so much love energy, and you feel that after waiting for all this while, this is exactly what your soul needed. This is exactly what you were looking for. However, you do feel that you jumped into it too early, or it's not the right time yet. You don't see this person as a white flag or a green flag. Rather, you see this person giving you mixed signals. Sometimes they are like white flags, sometimes they're like a green flag, but sometimes they also show red flags to you. And in your past relationships, you've learned a lot from your past relationships, of course. You've realized that you don't want to make the same mistakes, you don't want to repeat the same things, because you've done a lot of inner work, you've come a long way, and you're not going to accept the breadcrumbs, the peanuts, you're not going to accept the bad behavior, and most importantly, you don't want to feel used physically, also, sexually, also. Maybe there is some amount of intimacy. Maybe it happened in the past, maybe it's happening now, or maybe you want it. Maybe the other person wants it, maybe they demand it in some way, maybe they ask for it. But you find that like a challenge that you need to cross over from. You do want to be around this person, you like this person's presence, you like their physical presence around you, but you don't want to hand out everything so easily to this person. You don't want to give it away like, okay, here, I like you, so take it. You want them to work for it, you want them to deserve it, you want them to not be so negative, you want them to match up to what you want, because all your life you've only given. You don't mind giving even now. You're a giver. You're gonna give any which way, but you also want it to be a balance of giving and receiving. You also want people to value your time because you value your time. and you feel that if it's just fun and games, maybe you probably can do fun and games, but you're not in that mindset anymore. Now, in some cases, I can see that you could have been in a marriage before and now getting into another such intense relationship where marriage also is in the talks. So maybe you got divorced. This is not for everyone. For some people, maybe you got divorced in the past, or maybe you had a very long relationship, a long term relationship, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. You gave it a lot. Maybe for some people, divorce never happened, but even a long term relationship, when it ends, it really hurts. Or even if it was not that long a relationship, longevity wise, but it was very intense. So you gave it so much, and now you are like, I'm not ready to give so much to this person or to this relationship, unless, of course, they make me feel like a prized possession, they make me feel valued, they make me feel respected, and they really show me that they want me for real, not just for time pass, not to use me, not to play with my heart. Because I do sense that already there is some kind of deception, there is some kind of uh, maybe you're attracting it because in the past you have not fully healed all the patterns, so you still feel some of the things are showing up via this person. Because see, you may be having five options or six options, 10 options, maybe 20 options, 15 options, but this option is popping out the most. They are taking away your attention the most. Like naturally you are also drawn to this person, you're also gravitating to this person, which is why this cat and mouse game or this Tom and Jerry game or this whatever game, running and chasing, which you don't want it to be like that, because you don't want to lose anymore. You've lost many times, you feel, or even if you didn't lose, you feel a bit hurt, you feel like some people did wrong to you, they were not um they were not sensitive towards your feelings. Even though I think a lot of you feel happy about it ending now, like now when you look back after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 1 year, 5 years, now when you look back at that relationship, you do feel it was good it ended, or good riddance it ended, or you grew a lot more. But there is still this pain in you, this trauma in you, and you feel that you got so hurt during that process. You've learned your lesson, so you don't want to go through the same kind of torture, emotional torture, again and again to learn something. You can learn without all of that drama. You don't need the drama to learn a lesson, is how you feel. So you don't want to take this person's drama or their reactivity or anything that they bring on the table, any difficulty, but you also are very much open. You're more of a problem solver, you're more of a solution finder. So whosoever this person is, they also look up to you. Yes, they look up to you because they feel that you're a lot more wiser, you're a lot more attractive, you're a lot more amazing than all the other. They also probably have options, or they had some experiences in the past, so this person wants to be around you. At least that's how they make you feel. They make you feel like you really matter to them, you're really precious, they want to be with you. But you don't want just the words, you don't want just the blah blah blah, you want more of action, you want more of them to rise up to the occasion, take the responsibility, value the commitment, value your time, not try to buy it for some small, little, very little sacrifice they make, very little effort. So, as of now, this person's personality has been in such a way that you do find it drawing, like you do feel drawn towards this person, but very strongly you feel that the effort they have made for you is very little. It's not that much, it's very minuscule. Maybe it was destined, maybe it was destiny that you guys came closer, or you guys came together. Maybe it was some, how you call it, hand of God. Maybe it was written in the stars, but still you want this person to rise up to the occasion. You want them to make like a grand gesture, you know. Also, I feel that the energy that I get from this person, the other one also, because I'm getting something from their side also. It could be possible that they have a problem, they have some issue that they are not able to share with you. They don't have the strength, they don't have the courage to share it with you, to tell you about their problem, their issue. So it's kind of eating them up. And you also need to rise up to the occasion instead of looking at them as a prospect, because you have to become like very detached from the result. You have to be very detached. You have to understand one thing, that even if you were hurt in the past, even if you were troubled in the past by whatever relationships or relationship, whatever patterns you had to face, you are in a very nice place right now. You're in a much, much, much better place right now. Looking at that, you got to let go of the resentment of the past. You got to let go of those feelings, because if it did not work out, it's okay. It was God's plan, and it's your experience. You came here on planet Earth to experience certain things: romantic, non romantic connections, career related things. So it's not like today, if you're at a certain place in your career, it happened like this. But you're not very hurt about it. You see it like you invested your time, your money, but you're happy to be where you are. Same thing you should think about relationship, not go by all the judgment that the society has put onto you, because that's also one of your role on planet Earth. To let go of the judgment, to be detached of the judgment, all the societal expectations. You got to become a person who's away from all of that. So you got to ask this person, maybe like, what is stopping them? Why are they worried? What is their issue? What is their concern? Just be like a good friend. Just find out. Gotta be like a detective. Gotta be like an investigative officer. You know, like, why this is this person not making that amount of effort, even though they say it. And also, you have to be very careful. You have to be someone who dates consciously. You have to be someone who is not under someone's pressure. If they tell you, I want to see you, you're not bound by their expectation. You're not supposed to please people, and you got to put this point forth, that I'm not here to please anyone. And it's too early for anyone to actually put any kind of demands on you. It's also too early for you to think that it's all going to be hunky dory and it's all going to be a bed of roses. So the work is happening in such a way that the other person is your mirror. They are teaching you things, you're learning from them, and that's what came out, like it popped out the most. Okay, via auto riding, I'm being shown that because you lost many times in the past, way too many times according to you, and you trauma bonded with wrong people, and you always felt like an idiot at the end, but this time you want things to happen differently. It could be possible that in some cases, whosoever that person is, they made some over the top claims, or probably they presented themselves to be like this really smooth person who's highly attractive, so you must go for them, but they were really also desperate to get your attention. So you already do feel a bit of betrayal, but you also feel that it's a part of something that you need to heal. It could be possible that they're showing it to you because you need to heal, and maybe there's 50% also what I'm being shown. You did have big suspicion on this person, big doubts on this person. You also were very negative about this person, but over a period of time, magically you can say, or they proved it to you, that some of your doubts and some of your suspicions were really bogus. Yeah, you were just imagining it all, because in the past, let's say you dated someone who was married and they never told you about it. They kept you in a dark about their marriage, or maybe they were in separation, the marriage was not working out, they'd filed for a divorce, some kind of situation which they did not talk to you about. and you went ahead and dated that person, you believed that person, only to find out after 6 7 months or 1 year or 2 years that they were already committed to someone legally. The least you expected from this person was to let you know about the truth, but they did not. Maybe legally or maybe non legally. Maybe it was just a break they took for some time, and this person found you and they started dating you. So, after you healed that relationship or you got out of that relationship, you were scared that maybe you have attracted the same kind of person again. So, all the suspicion you had was based on some assumptions you made about this person, only to be proven wrong. So, yes, 50% of the things you were proven wrong, and 50% of the things they are wrong. I also came across this really nice post online, and it says that empaths go through a transformation of this very unique nature where at first they love without limits. They're driven by the need to please, and fear of abandonment makes them easy targets to narcissists and manipulators. But this cycle continues until a breaking point where deep betrayal or emotional abuse shatters them entirely, and then they sort of take a break. They maybe go to a hermit mode, or they heal themselves, they work on themselves thoroughly, and then this the same destruction or the same pain leads them to a transformation. They rebuild their identities and personalities with boundaries, with self-respect, with emotional intelligence. They are no longer naive, they are very empowered energies. They are kind, but they are intentional, compassionate, but no longer exploitable. They don't have to lose their empathy, their sensitive nature. They can be compassionate, but they now learn how to wield it, or how to shield it, or how to use it for whatever purpose they have on planet Earth. So I think we all need to learn from this collective reading that we must date consciously. Let's say, I've been seeing this that when initially people meet someone, men and women, when they meet someone, they instantly get into physical intimacy or sexual connection because the other person is playing the cards right. They're love bombing you, they're nice to you, they're attractive, or they're at least presenting themselves really well. So you go into that phase, let's hook up or let's get into it. But once you get into it, you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose the game because you've given in, and after giving in, you find out that maybe a lot of the things that they presented to you were not right. That hurts a lot. Then it becomes like all about, like, you know what? I don't want to be used, I don't want to be cheated, or I don't want it to end up like this once again. And you accept them back, you compromise, and again it's the same thing, it's the same cycle. So I feel there are two things. In case you've gone too far into it and you're not able to get out of it, still try to get out of it, because just the way you attracted this person, you're going to attract more people. Or with this person also, if you want them to go ahead with you in a proper way, then tell them what you want. If they really love you, they'll do it. If they're not going to do it, make yourself stronger. Become your own lover. Find a way to not get into that zone of going back to people or things or situations that don't serve you, that are not aligned with you. The second thing is, if you've already found someone and you like that person, don't get too deep into it before they actually show you how much they care for you in action, not just in words. All right. So, on this note, I'm gonna close this collective reading. For personal sessions and for therapy, you can check out the description box. All details are given below. You can be from any part of the world, but you can contact me, connect with me for therapy or for readings. And you can also book the sessions via the PayPal link directly before coming to me, if that's an option for you in your country. Also, you can get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. The spelling of love is LUUV, and the link to buy the book is available on the description box. because the paperback copy is not being sold by me, guys. It's not the edited version, it's not the latest edited version, it's a very old version. Maybe some distributor is selling it, and I don't even know who that person is because there's no information given over there. Sometimes you just don't know about these things, but I've been sharing the link of my latest edited version of this book since a very long time. In fact, since 2018, I think 2018 or 17. And this is from where you get it, the original stuff, the original deal, the real deal. All right. And yes, you can support my content on Patreon. You can also become a member of this channel to get live channelings. See you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victor to Ram.